Hey everybody, this is Brett, and today I want to tell you about what my experience has been with getting rid of Candida along my 25-year journey of holistic healing. And you know, there are a lot of various opinions on what would be the right diet, what's the best diet to get rid of Candida. And today I'm going to dispel so many myths and idiocies that are out there amongst books and videos and articles, etc. on the internet. And you know, they're going to tell you that you need to go on this specific diet, and they might even give you some alterations. Well, you know, maybe you can just do this for a while, or maybe you can just eat some green apples. You can have one green apple a day, but you got to stick with all of these other things. And that's just not the way it is. The way it is that you do one thing at a time. You master one thing, and then you move on to the next. For instance, if you're a very, very beginner person that's eating a standard American diet, then you need to stop eating processed foods like white flour foods, white bread, sugar, etc. And you need to be good with that and then move on to the next thing. And for me, it took basically just doing that and maybe working on eating some healthy foods. It took 6 months of sweating around in my bed all night and dreams of cookies and candies and cakes in my bed, sweating all night for 6 months. Okay? And so when somebody comes along with a book like this, a Candida book like that, and tells you that you need to all of a sudden just eat this diet of non-glutinous grains, no dairy, no sugar, no this, no that, no fruit, no nuts, no seeds, that is a joke, okay? It took me 8 years to quit dairy, okay? It took me at least 4 or 5 to quit wheat and 8 to quit dairy in the beginning, okay? That was from the beginning. And so then additionally I had 11 mercury amalgam fillings in my mouth. And so I had a lot of infection and mercury in my gums. And that took years and years to get all of that out. And the pain required for getting all of that out was massive, massive pain. Many times to the point of me wanting to kill myself. Okay? So when somebody tells you in a book like this that what you should do is just all of a sudden go on this Candida diet, you got to realize that the Candida is only one of the many, many things. A person can have issues going on in their head, okay, from all kinds of shit that's happened to them in this life and previous lives. And so when somebody tells you to just go on a diet from a book like this, okay, so when a person has eaten wheat and dairy for their whole lives, and then somebody tells them to start eating a diet like this, and they have 5 or 10 or 20 pounds of built-up undigested food matter, mucoid plaque, in their digestive system, guess what? Once again, that's a joke. That's a joke, okay? There's no freaking way on the face of this earth, no way in hell, that a person can maintain that kind of clean of a diet if they have only been doing this natural healing thing for a couple of years and they were in as deep a hell as I was. And a whole lot of people out there are, full of auto exhaust and pesticides and pollution of all kinds. And all you have to do is walk down that aisle in your grocery store and look at all those chemicals, the Ajax and the chlorine and all of that. And if you've been taking chlorine showers and baths for your whole life, and then somebody all of a sudden insists that in order to get rid of your Candida, you need to go on this diet all of a sudden. I mean, you can't go from black to white without killing yourself. Imagine that you're a pan, right? You're a glass pan or a pot in the kitchen. And you're really hot. You're 350 degrees, and then somebody puts you in cold water. Well, what's going to happen? You're going to shatter. Okay, so what you've got to do is, like I was saying, you do it one step at a time. One thing at a time. You may need to not even focus on diet at all. I have spent 4 years in Al-Anon meetings getting over my alcoholic father. Okay? So I'm telling you the realities. This is not the reality. These books on Candida. It's not the reality of the way it works. You do one step at a time. It may be physical, it may be mental, it may be emotional, it may be spiritual. It may be something completely unrelated to diet, or it might be diet, but you do it one thing at a time and you master it, and then you move on. And you keep doing it until you die. So I want to thank you for joining me. I hope you are well. Bye-bye.